How you doing, guys? Back here with another video for you. Been a while since I've done any real videos. Life gets busy, life gets hectic, it is what it is. We're going to be talking about the idea of coupling something like a respirator gas mask with a fire extinguisher. Coming right at you. All right, guys, so here we are. So about, I guess, a year ago now, I did a video about having a fire extinguisher in your vehicle. I thought it was really important. I had an incident where I rolled up on a site, and the one thing they did not have was a properly functioning fire extinguisher. So I started making sure that I had one of these in my vehicle. Now this is about as small a one as I've been told to go. Make sure it has metal hardware, those kinds of things. So this is kind of where it begins. You can go bigger than this, obviously, but there's always a balance between what you want to put in your vehicle and what you can fit. And then I was talking to a friend of mine named Ed Hubble. He has a channel called Iridium Solutions, and I had asked him about the idea of maybe coupling one of these with one of these. And he then immediately showed me a picture of how he has his setup in his home, where he has all of his fire extinguishers paired with some kind of a gas mask or respirator. So we're going to crack this baby open, take a look at it, and maybe give you an idea of something to add to your own home preps. Okay, so this is a gas mask that is put out by Parcel Safety. They're kind of, I would say, probably the budget version compared to a lot of the other companies out there. And I'm not saying that this is the go-to one for your home. I'm not necessarily talking specifically about a brand. Mainly just the idea behind having one of these paired with one of these. Because the reality is, if you're in your home and you have to get out of it, I mean, it would be much easier, I think, to move through your home if it's on fire, through the smoke and everything else, with the ability to actually breathe clean air versus having to choke it down as you go. So what comes in this particular one is the respirator itself and a filter. Now this is a completely clear mask. You can kind of see it there. There's a lot of different types. Some have just the goggles, some have it where it is like this. They have it where the filter goes to either side, goes to the center. Some are more designed for your ability to be able to get on a gun with it on. And I understand all these things, and like I said, I don't think necessarily this is maybe the go-to brand. What I do think is that this, because of its affordability at the time when I purchased it, is a good option. It's like anything else. Like, do I want to have the best of the best? Yes, absolutely. But this is better than nothing. And I think the idea of the way that you have, the view that you have through it, because of being a clear lens and being a full face, I think there's advantages to that too. And as you can kind of see on the picture here, that filter goes right in the center. Now the filter that I chose for this is, I think it's a CBN, I think is what it's called. But it's basically rated to deal with any smoke, any organic material. Again, I am not the best option for telling you what to buy as far as the type. This is a PD1. And I'm sure there's other people that could tell you better what the classification is. It is saying organics, gases, or vapor. So basically this should be good around most things you're going to find either home or in a warehouse, maybe in your garage if you had a fire, because all of those fumes that you're getting off of those things, I'm sure, are toxic. But again, this is not, the idea of this is not to survive the apocalypse. The idea of this is to be able to put the fire out and or get me and my family out of the home safely, and being able to breathe through a stressful situation like that instead of inhaling a bunch of smoke that could potentially put me on the ground. That is the purpose of having this with the fire extinguisher. So basically the way these things work is you thread this on here on the front like so. Okay, and then you would size the head strap for you, whatever that winds up being. When you store it, the idea behind it, from what I've been told, I have not done it in practice, is you pull all of that to the front, you place this on your face, and then you pull it over your head. And then you do your testing to make sure that you actually have air coming through. There's a seal on the bottom here that you have to take off. And then you test it. Now, I have no facial hair. I am not pretending that this is going to be a perfect seal. Again, none of that is the point or the purpose of this video. None of that is the point or the purpose of having this. The point and the purpose of having this is literally to be able to pair this with my fire extinguisher and be able to put this like so in my home. That's it. Could you do more with this gas mask? I have no doubt you could. I have no doubt. And do I think there's a better brand than Parcel? I guarantee there is, because when you look at price point differences, they're pretty steep. But this can get you out of the house. This can allow you to be able to see and breathe and get your family out. Be more effective as a protector for them in that situation. And that is why I am pairing these two together. And that's it. I will put links below to where you can buy this particular gas mask, but like I said, it really is just, it doesn't, I don't think it matters what it is. It could just be a military surplus one. Having some ability to breathe better than you can without it is the point of the whole thing. And hopefully you guys find a little bit of value in that. So there you go, guys. Fire extinguisher. This is, I believe this is the Kitty brand. Again, I will put a link for this below. The bracket that you see on here is how it mounts on my vehicle. That's why it's there. You could actually do the same thing and mount this on your wall in your home, just like so. There's the bracket right there. You would just screw this bracket to the wall, pull this pin, and and it lifts right off. There's a red pin you pull, and it comes right off, and this stays on your wall or your vehicle. You know, whatever you happen to choose. So again, that's the idea behind this. That is the I guess the thought exercise behind doing this. Because the reality is you're much more likely to need a fire extinguisher in your home than you are your gun. Not that you shouldn't have it ready too, but I think you all know what I'm talking about. So that's it, guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're out there. I hope you're training. I hope you're getting in classes. I am doing a podcast now with my brother Mike Fior of Bulletin.net. This is his sweatshirt. I will put a link for Bulletin.net in the comments section. It is a resource to get you connected with trainers. You put in your zip code, you register, it doesn't cost you anything. You put in your zip code, and you can find trainers near you. And every trainer that goes through that is vetted by Mike himself. And Mike is one of the most prolific students that I know. So I would strongly suggest that you get onto Bulletin.net, get registered there. We're doing a podcast. We drop it about twice a month called The Berm Limits, where we basically highlight different instructors, talk about what's going on in the firearms training community. We'll be hopefully going to SHOT Show this year. So you can check me out there. Also, obviously, where you're watching it right now, Max's Path. I'm going to start getting more videos out there. It's been 6 months since I dropped my last one, so you'll be seeing some hopefully dropping in the next few weeks. And that's it, guys. Your path is out there. Go find it.